Hey guys, it's December 1st. I'm here with my lovely wife, Alyssa, and we are going to talk about day one of our Advent calendar. The passage was Genesis 3, verses 1 through 13, which talks about the fall of man into sin. And if you haven't read the passage yet, I encourage you to pause the video, come back when you've read it. But I'm just going to summarize it now. So basically, God created the world, created the heavens and the earth, everything that was in them. He placed Adam and Eve in the garden. And once we get to chapter 3, the serpent is there to tempt Adam and Eve into eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So he convinces them to eat fruit that God forbid them from eating. And this is when we as Christians believe sin entered into the world.
So what is this thing that we call sin? Sin, first of all, is disobeying God. That was exactly what they did. They went against the rules that God had set. It's also wanting to be God. They wanted to take that control, that authority, and that power that was only rightfully God's and take it for themselves. It's also not trusting God. It's saying, okay, I can do things better than you can. So why is this sin and this idea of sin important when we look at Christmas, the most wonderful time of the year? Well, if there wasn't sin, if sin hadn't entered the world, we wouldn't have any need for a savior. But because sin did enter the world, God had no other choice but to send a savior to redeem the creation that he loves. So if there wasn't sin, if we don't acknowledge that sin came into the world, then the Christmas story really holds no power because we don't acknowledge our need.
Well, that's all we had for day one. Tomorrow we'll be continuing our theme of our need for a Savior with Psalm 51. So we hope to see you then.